should do, how they get the job in the current market scenario. It is very difficult for us to cope with such situations. So that is the basic aim how organizations or the industry think over during the COVID pandemic situations, how the entire recruitment is totally deferred and new model has been arised. So now the topics is the burning topics. So I just discussed step by step so that you can understand what is the basic scenario is nowadays. So before going to discuss anything about these topics, I would like to highlight some of point that is I'm working in a C testing company private limited. Basically, I introduce myself in front of you. I'm going to introduce already. So basically, what is the C testing are doing? So we are an ISO 9001, 14001, and 45001 certified engineering consultancy company. In the last 3 decades, we have been able to establish ourselves as a leading consulting group in India in various engineering value additions like geotechnical and geophysical engineering, highway and bridge design, engineering surveying, etc. We are also a member of multinational and multidisciplinary engineering group named TPF SA. Its main head office is in the Belgium, the new recruitment module in the current scenario. So let's start from the scratch. Okay. So how pandemic has significantly disrupted the Indian education system is and can be reshaped and remedies. Latest news report based on CMIE. Do you know what is the CMIE? So it is a center for monitoring Indian economy. According to their survey from the month of April 2020 to July 2020, an estimated 1.89 crores salaried jobs were lost in India due to COVID-19 crisis. The salaried employees losing job will explore job in matching profile. It will take a much longer time depending economy, and one can expect that all the job lost during this pandemic to be restored and recovered by 2023 and 2024. It is a good news for our new generation and our final year students. So we know that this will be going on, and pandemic, it may times to time pandemics will come and it goes also. So now we discuss about the overall scenario, also the world. Basic overall scenario is the pandemic has sparked a global realization that our current way of life does not work. The preventive measures have upended the life of every person, as we know. Since late March, due to pandemic situations, all educational activities, either postponed or deferred, will have to be reworked. Okay, and considering the current affairs in the country. So, likewise, the entire entertainment industry around the world is at the crossroads, as you as we know, the many people encompassing the teachers, students, aspirants, new candidates, that is the candidates or workmen from the various industries are questioning whether everything will resume in the same way once the pandemic abates. This is another fact where we are going to highlight. So in fact, the deficit, notice this time. So now this is a chance and high time to rethink education sector and other professional sector to visualize how it can evolve in one behind another with our changing world. Okay. So now we come into the another point step by step so that you can understand actual conventional educational model will not become obsolete, but needless to say, blended learning. Now the learning scenario is differed. One is the combination of the classroom, another is online models. So will be the new norm. So we are not stick in the previous way of learning methodology. So combination of the classroom as well as online model come into the picture. Okay. Am I clear to you all? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. So now, if we appraise like in libraries, art organizations, where the social distancing guidelines are difficult to enforce, the possible way out is use of online and entertaining apps have been with us all along, yet it is not relevant for our requirement. Basically, there are so many apps coming to this time, and so many companies, basically the IT companies, in such apps so that persons can learn and relearn the many important subjects that they need to know. So many private companies creating online content and offering free access to those resources. So new kind of technologies and new kind of the concepts are going to create its own niches. So entertainment theater industry now think carry on through this free access portal and can survive well in turn and help the educational system to some extent. That we know. Now the question is, since in the general entertainment can be influential in all aspect of a student life, as we know, because we love to watch the entertainment. There are entertainments running on the TV shows, and you can also find out in the YouTube. It is maybe educational, it may be fully entertainment. So basically, it stimulates the students' creativity and the thought process, what we are thinking about. Very effective for our new generations. Without this, student cannot think anymore, anything else. So in fact, theater entertainment make any pupil more aware and sensitive toward the various issues. Okay, so now we point out another another special highlight. Everyone will see things before and post the lockdown. Both we see the before the lockdown situation. We have already seen after the law, that is the post lockdown situation. Both everyone else, even me also. That divides will be that huge. The differentiation, the discrepancy of thinking and the knowledge are differentiated in their own pathway. So if we summarize the above, the default mode for every process of learning. So people in all major sectors now started thinking and functioning with radically change perhaps for long term. Say for example, we are civil engineering company, basically. We worked in the go to the field, goes to the field, and accordingly the execution work in the field of geotechnical investigation is running, is carried on. So it is not possible for us, for our engineer, to work from home because their work is concentrated in the field work, except the design engineer who design. So that is the mode of operations. But few companies like IT, information technologies, they have found their solutions because most of the employees are working from home. And it is also a very convenient for them. An employee can know how to equilibrate the social life as well as the corporate life. They understand it has some positive impact, it has some negative impact also. So I would like to know your point of view in this regard. Anyone of these sessions, maybe one or the two students can come and they can elaborately or briefly discuss about this topic. I would like to know their point of view so that that is the work from home. It is maybe the positive or it may be the negative. So do you have any idea? Anyone can say? Hello? Hello, am I audible? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are very much audible.
Okay. So anyone else on this point? Working from home has positive as well as negative impact too. Do you have any point? Anyone else? Please feel free to ask. Hello? Hello?
Sir, sir, I don't think they have, right now
Okay.
any kind of
Okay.
opinion on this thing.
Okay.
You may
Okay. Not a,
proceed, sir.
no issue. So over the past many years, policy level changes always and remain the half-hearted attempts stemming old mindset. So we have to change our mindset. That is the important things that we change our mindset. It is the very important things to remember. So what happened in the wake of COVID-19? Everyone now grappling with the sudden new norms. So in this way, institute, academic sectors, by maintaining strict tests and surely all mandatory guidelines will emerge in this crisis time and with a new long-term business model. So basically, the conventional business model has drastically changed into a new set. So that is what the important. They have moved into a new way, into the new thought of their mind and business executions. So now we are going to discuss about our recruitment policy so that the students can understand what the preventive measures we have taken to survive in this pandemic. So that is the important things for every organizations. So as per recruitment policy of C-Test, that is CE Testing Company Private Limited, civil engineering, C for stand for civil, E for stand for engineering testing company private limited. We induct the trainee. It may be a graduate engineer trainee or the junior engineer trainee who have completed their diploma course. They are junior engineer and then they are treated as a graduate engineer trainee. We induct the fresh trainee, engineers, geologists, site supervisors at entry level, usually through the campus recruitment from various institutes and colleges and absorb them in the permanent cadre of the on completion of the training depending upon the performance and the vacancy, and we groom them for senior positions based on their quality, performance, and experience. So at present, C testing have 250 numbers of employees, including large number of the engineers, because we are the engineering consulting firm, various reputed colleges. It is from the Jadavpur University, it is from the Sipur B College, it is from the HIT, it is from the UIT, and many more. So what is our strategy during this COVID time? So I quote a wonderful point by Benjamin Franklin. Most of you, I think that you know the Benjamin Franklin. So when you believe, I also believe that man and woman have wonderful ability in their particular environment. We are human being and we are not exceptional for that. So now let's start our recruitment entities or the attributes. First of the engineers based on few criteria, because we the newcomers basically in the field of highway engineering and bridge engineering. In that respect, we have some criteria. So based on that criteria, we have screening the candidate list and then we call the candidate for in-house campusing, or sometimes we go to the direct campus hiring. So we prefer, because due to scarcity of the time, we prefer to call the candidate, and then accordingly we will take the interview and process the entire recruitment process. So nowadays what happened for bridge engineers and the for highway engineers, it is okay for the online mode of execution, interview execution, or running the interview process. It is good. But in case of geotechnical engineering, difficult to take their interview only through the virtual way of mode or operations. Because why? I will tell you. The thing is that basically those working in the field, they should have a good physics. They have a good physics. So how could you understand they are able to work in that field, because there are so many things throughout the day work. They are under the sun, scorching heat. They should accustom to know their work environment. So it is our requirement to fulfill at first level for execution of for empanelment of the geotechnical engineers. So two type of the executions are carried on. First is virtual for the design engineers, and second is physical for the geotechnical engineers. So there are some certain attributes. First of all, we hire experience also. So we follow some guideline that the experienced person should not be habitual job hoppers. They must have a good academic background as well as good performance also. That's they are the best employee of the year, or they have some good certificates holders in their niches. And we also check their family background. We also check their family background, whether they have a sibling or not. So that is another issues. We time to time we face a lot of things during that executions. Now, for your understanding, I need to give you some basic points and basic funda. All the aspirants who have already completed their final year exam or are waiting for the results. So that will be a very good learning experience, I hope. So how many of you love to listen the story? How many of you? I hope everyone, even I like to listen the story. So I will tell you a good story. So that will definitely help you to grab the different opportunities by way of your positive, building a positive attitude. Okay. So let's start. That will definitely help you in the future also. There was a man. There was a man who made his living selling balloons at fair, at a fair. So he had a balloons of many colors, maybe blue, green, yellow, white. So whenever the business was slow, what happened? He would release a helium-filled balloon into the air. Why? When the children saw the balloon go up, they all wanted one. They would come up to him and buy a balloon. In this way, their sale is increasing. All day, he continues to release a balloon whenever the sales slowed down. Okay. One day, the balloon man felt something tagging at his jacket. He turned around and a little boy asked, "If you release a black balloon, sir, would that also fly?" The boy said, "If you release a black balloon, would that also fly?" Moved by the boy's concern, the man replied gently, "Son, it is not the color of the balloon. It is what inside that makes it goes up. It is what inside what makes it that makes it goes up." The simple principle applies to our lives. It's what inside that count and what inside of us that makes us to go up. It is nothing but our attitude. Am I clear to you, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now I have give you some suggestion. How do you build and maintain a positive attitude? How? So there is a three things you need to remember. Even you can write down on your paper. Become aware of the principles that build a positive attitude. First, become aware of the principles that build a positive attitude. So you should know the principles which makes to build a positive attitude. Okay. Second, desire to be positive. You should always desire to be positive. And third, cultivate the discipline as you are students. So cultivate the discipline and dedication to practice those principles. So let's talk about that principles that will definitely help you. Okay. Sorry. If you want to build and maintain a positive attitude, you need to concisely practice the following steps. It is 8 steps. First step, remember, change focus. Look for positive. Change your focus and always look for positive. This is the step one. Step two is make a habit of doing it now. Because why? Because action without delay. Because action without delay is the secret of efficiency. Understand? So make a habit of doing it now. And the third, develop an attitude of gratitude. So what does it mean? Whenever you get your spare time, you feel that God has given a wonderful life. You go to the garden and you smell the rose. It feels very good. You go to the playground and play with your friends. It is energizing. So must develop an attitude of doing or attitude to gratitude. Develop your attitude to gratitude. And fourth, step fourth is that get get into continuous education program. So continuous education program is very much needed to groom yourself, to learn, to develop. So education, without education, you cannot survive in your niches, in your field, in your subject. So first and foremost requirement is the education. In Sanskrit, Chanakya Slok, here already it tells Vidyatanchu Nipatanchu Naivatulya Kadachana Swadese Pujyate Raja Vidyan Sarvatra Pujyate. किताब की तरह कोई दोस्त नहीं हो सकता. विद्यतंच नीपतंच, किताब की तरह कोई दोस्त नहीं हो सकता. अपना देश में राजा सिर्फ ऑनर्ड होते हैं, पूजित होते हैं, मगर विद्वान दुनिया के सब जगह में पूजित होते हैं. So it is the important, it is the beauty of education. Fifth, build a positive self-esteem. Build a positive self-esteem. Try to avoid those friends who are negative in their mind. They think always negative. They do their work in a negative way. So avoid those candidates, avoid those person, avoid those friends who are in negative mindset. Six, that is the important thing, that is what I already explained. Stay away from the negative influences. That is the important, what I mean to say. Stay away from the negative influences. Anybody else, maybe your relative, maybe your friend, anyone. Seven is what? The step 7 is simple. Learn to like the things that need to be done. आप ऐसा करके सीखिए जो सीखने से आपका हल निकल आता है. Learn to like the things that need to be done. That is the 7th step. And the last step for build and maintain a positive attitude is start the day with something positive. सर मुझको नौकरी नहीं मिल रहा है, सर मेरा टीचर अच्छे नहीं है, हम लोगों का सिलेबस खत्म नहीं हुआ है. ऐसा कुछ मत सोचिए, खुद कंसंट्रेट कीजिए. You should concentrate in your study, focus in your future, and grab the opportunities. I told you earlier, the men and women have wonderful ability to adapt themselves in their particular environment. What I mean to say, I quote another one sentence from Benjamin Franklin. Being an ignorant is not so much of same. Being an ignorant is not so much as the same as being unwilling to learn to do things the right way. Am I clear to you? Being ignorant is not so much a same as being unwilling to learn to do things the right way. That is the important factor. आपकी चाहत सीखने का ये आपको ऊपर लेके जाएगा. So do it from now. अभी से आप स्टार्ट कीजिए. So now I give you some tips on your interview, on your coming interview. Maybe some corporate may arrive in your campus. So it is the basic funda. As I am a HR, so I will give you some tricks and some special interactive question and answer sessions. That is a very simple thing. So whenever you appear in front of your employer, remember, keep a smile so that you can impress other. Understand? Keep a smile so that you can impress others. It is a because. Why? Because first impression is the last impression. Remember. So whenever you got this kind of opportunities, you appear in front of your recruiter, in front of employer. You just ask, may I come in? And keep smiling so that you can impress other. So what C testing generally do for GT, graduate engineer trainee job, few employers, not only C testing, few employers want to check candidate patience first. So you keep it in your mind, you need high tolerance capacity during whole interview process. This is a part of interview sessions. So how tolerant you are, that is the important thing. We often do that. The basic question may be this, it comes most of the time. Why do you opt this job? And who motivate you? Why do you opt this job? And who motivated you? So You should keep some ready-made answer as you feel. Remember, you must be prepared for this kind of questions. Even employer may want to know after employment, if you get better offer, you may quit. You may quit. Employer may want to know if you get the opportunity whether you quit the job or not. So your answer should be, if I get the job satisfaction, friendly environment, I will not think to quit. Sometimes employer want to know whether are you will be ethical for the company. You should have some employee ethic during the midway. After the completion of the training, if you part ways, it will very difficult for companies to carry out their project work, because it is a huge investment during your training session. So in the interview board, employer want to know, if you get in an opportunity during your probation or the training period, whether you are okay with that, or you just quit the job without second time thinking. So it is a diplomatic question. So your answer should be, if I get the job satisfaction, if I get job satisfaction, friendly environment, I will not think about it. That is your question answer session. Now, another question, if the pressures are enormous, huge, they want your presence of mind. So what is the question they can ask? How you will handle tension during overload of job? This is a basic common question. Believe me, you just mind it. It will definitely help you a lot. Will handle tension during overload of job. So you can say that, do meditation to release my tension normally, or you can answer, it's your own way, in your own way. Okay. Even another, they can ask, what extra quality do you have other than this? That means the extra curriculum activities. Know from you. They wanted to know from you. Another question is how you use or the spend your leisure time or the spare time. You can say that watch educational channels on the or TV, so or the YouTube educational YouTube videos. You can tell that, no issue. So this is what I want to convey to you. That this is the basic funda to make yourself perfect. Not no one can be perfect, but make yourself aware about the questions, and you know the before attending the interview, you should and foremost you just go through the knowledge. Sometimes even they also ask the students or the aspirants or the candidates if they know anything to the company or not. It is the important things. So this is all about, I already, so be positive, be ready, try to do something good, be a giver, and always think positive. So I thank you, Anjani Pandit, Nivedita De, Anupam Noskor, Bipasa Chakraborty, Debojyoti Ghosh, Gamel Nasir, Pundendu Roy. My heartiest thanks to you all, and I wish you all the best for your future endeavors. So no more today. দেবজ্যোতি, আজকে কি আমরা এখানে স্টপ করতে পারি না আরো কন্টিনিউ করতে পারি?
Sir, we can have a question answer session if like students have got any kind of questions.
Sure.
Students, you may ask any questions if you have for sir. So let's like wait for a minute or so for their questions. If they
if-
not come up with their questions, we'll wrap up.
You can speak in Bengali, Hindi, English, whatever you may. We don't have any problem. Basically, I don't have any problem. You can. আপনারা প্রশ্ন করতে পারেন, आप लोग बात कर सकते हैं.
Come up with your queries.
कर सकते हैं.
Come up with your queries.
হ্যালো স্যার।
হ্যালো,
হ্যালো স্যার।
হ্যাঁ হ্যালো, ইয়েস
হ্যাঁ স্যার। স্যার আমার কোশ্চেনটা হলো, আমরা তো স্যার এখন লকডাউনে স্যার বাড়িতে এখন আছি, মানে কলেজে যেতে পারছি না। তো স্যার আমরা এই টাইমটাকে আমরা স্যার কি করে পুরোটাই ইউজ করতে পারবো, যেটা স্টাডির দিক থেকে আপনি যেমন বললেন সবসময় আমাদের পজিটিভ চিন্তা ভাবনা করতে হবে। তো আমরা সবসময় থিঙ্কিংটা আমাদের পজিটিভ রাখতে হবে। আর আমরা কি করে টাইমটাকে স্যার মেনটেন করবো যে আমরা সবসময় পজিটিভ ভাবি, নেগেটিভটাকে আমরা দূরে রাখবো, মানে কি এমন মানে
ওকে ওকে নাসির, প্রথমত এটা জানতে হবে যে সারাদিনের কোন সময়টা আপনার পড়াশোনা অথবা অন্যান্য কাজকর্মের জন্য ব্যয় হয়। এই সময় ম্যানেজমেন্ট, দ্যাট ইজ দ্য টাইম ম্যানেজমেন্ট, ইজ ভেরি মাচ ইম্পর্টেন্ট টু ক্যারি আউট any task successfully. That is the very important thing. তো আপনি যদি ফাইনাল ইয়ার কমপ্লিট করে থাকেন, আপনি যদি রেজাল্টের জন্য অপেক্ষা করেন, তো ফার্স্ট অ্যান্ড ফরমোস্ট আমার কথা, আপনি প্রথমে একটা টাইম ঠিক করে নিন এবং আপনার ফিল্ড রিলেটেড, আপনার সাবজেক্ট রিলেটেড যে সমস্ত কোম্পানিগুলো আছে কলকাতা বা ভারতবর্ষে, আপনার যদি কোনো হোম সিকনেস না থাকে, আপনি সেই কোম্পানির এইচআর ডিপার্টমেন্টে আপনি মেল করুন এবং এটা আপনার একটা ডেলি ওয়ার্ক থাকলো। সেকেন্ড ওয়ার্ক হচ্ছে যে আপনার পড়াশোনা, কারণ আপনি যতক্ষণ টাচে থাকবেন আপনি নিজেকে আপডেট করতে পারবেন, কিন্তু পড়াশোনা থেকে সরে গেলে আপনি নিজেকে আপডেট করতে পারবেন না। অতএব আপনি একটা নির্দিষ্ট সময় বেঁধে নিন যে জায়গাটা আপনাকে পড়াশোনা করে আপডেট করতে হবে। কেন, যখন কোনো ইন্টারভিউ হয় সেখানে কিন্তু টেকনিক্যাল রাউন্ড থাকে, এইচআর রাউন্ড থাকে, সেখানে রিটেন টেস্টও হয় এবং আপনার ডাইরেক্ট কমিউনিকেশনও হয়। তো আপনি তার জন্য প্রস্তুত থাকুন, যদি সেরকম কোনো টেকনিক্যাল রাউন্ড হয়, রিটেন টেস্ট হয়, তাহলে সেটা আপনি যাতে অ্যান্সার দিতে পারেন এবং ভালো স্কোর করতে পারেন, সেই জায়গাটা আপনাকে কনসেন্ট্রেট করতে হবে। এবং আপনি অবসর সময়গুলোতে আপনি কিছু বন্ধুদের সঙ্গে সময় অতিবাহিত করুন, যে বন্ধুগুলো নিজেরাও খুবই আশাবাদী এবং পজিটিভ থিঙ্কিং করে, এবং আপনি আপনার বয়সের থেকেও বড় মানুষ যারা আছেন তাদের কাছ থেকেও আপনি খুব ভালো কিছু শিখতে পারবেন। এটা একটা খুব গুরুত্বপূর্ণ জায়গা যেখানে আপনি কোনো কিছু না ঠকে আপনি তাদের অভিজ্ঞতায় অনেক কিছু অ্যাচিভ করতে পারবেন। হোপ আই ক্লিয়ার ইউর আইডিয়া, নাসির।
Okay, sir. Sir, but I'm final year,
am I audible?
Third year. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Sir, I am third year, sir, not final year.
ওকে, তাহলে আপনি পড়াশোনাটা একটা নির্দিষ্ট ছকে বেঁধে আপনি করুন প্রতিদিন, এবং পরবর্তী ইয়ারের জন্য আপনি প্রিপারেশন নিন, এবং যারা সিনিয়র আছে তাদের সঙ্গে কথাবার্তা বলুন এবং তাদের কাছ থেকে কিছু নলেজ গেইন করুন। এবং যত অবসর সময়ে আপনি শুধু নিজের পড়ার বই ছেড়েও কিছু কিছু ক্ষেত্রে অন্যান্য বইও পড়ুন, এটা আপনাকে অনেক বেশি রেজাল্ট দেবে।
স্যার বাট অবসর সময় তো আপনি বলছেন, বাট আমি বলছি টাইমটা মেনটেন্স, মানে যেমন বাড়িতে থাকলে
হ্যাঁ
কিছু কাজকর্ম করতে হয়, বাট
হ্যাঁ ঠিক
টাইম
আছে,
টাইমের মেনটেন্সটা আর কি
হ্যাঁ সেটা আপনি ভাগ
প্রত্যেকটা
করে নিন,
সাবজেক্ট
আপনি সেটা ভাগ করে
প্রত্যেকটা
নিন।
সাবজেক্টকে।
আপনি ধরুন পড়াশোনা,
Guys, any more questions? Sir, I think they don't have any questions right now. So, like, if they come up later with their questions, we will mail you and we'll get the answers from your end.
yes, sure,
So, thank you,
sure.
thank you for giving us
Thank
time.
you.
Like you have shared all the tricks and motivated all the students. Shared some important facts about interview process. Also shared some processes of your company. So, sir, thank you for joining Saturday corporate matinee event. I hope to see you very soon.
Thank you so much, Debojyoti. Thank you all.
Sir, myself, Shomojit. Debojyoti is,
Shomojit.
he's in another meeting right now. So I'm taking care of the placement
Great.
right now.
Somojit, how are you, Somojit?
Fine, sir.
How are you,
fine.
Somojit? It's my pleasure,
Fine, sir.
Somojit. It
Okay,
was long since
Yeah,
I haven't seen you.
We have,
Yeah.
we have made it past it, I think.
Okay, Somojit. Thank you so much, Somojit.
Okay.
Tell me, Somojit. Okay, sir. Okay, Somojit. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.